Hello and welcome to the P-Security channel, everybody. It so happens that I haven't taken a look at Webroot for a really long time. So today we'll be testing their, ultimate version, which is known as Webroot Secure Anywhere Complete. And this is what it looks like. So it's a really nice user interface. It's really elegant. It's spread out. I really like it, and it gives you all the control that you might need. We'll go over this in detail in a moment. So let's also take a look at the RAM usage. It is very light on the system as far as I've noticed. Now let's just make sure that it's not using too much RAM, and I'm pretty sure we'll find it to be quite light. So we have just 4 megs of RAM usage, which is certainly, even a dinosaur age computer would make a snack out of this, so it's no problem. Anyone can use this, and there you go, it's dropped to 1.5 megabytes now. That's insanely light. So yeah, it's important that you understand the difference between dinosaur age and dinosaur size, because dinosaurs were really huge. Webroot certainly isn't that way. It's one of the smallest security software that I've ever seen. I think the installer is about 712 kilobytes, and I was absolutely right. So this is just like a fly in comparison. So works on dinosaur age computers, the size of a fly. What more could you want in terms of system performance? Now let's take a look at their user interface. In fact, it surprises me how have they managed to get such a detailed user interface into 712 kilobytes. I mean, some antivirus companies will just need at least 10 megabytes to make a user interface. Now they've got everything in 712 kilobytes. That's incredible. So we've got quite a detailed user interface here. We've got different kinds of scans. You can schedule your scans as well. It gives you your recent statistics. We can take a look at the shields, and this is what looks really impressive. It's got all the kind of protection that you might ever wish for. It's got real-time shield. So it's so small, so you can understand that this is a cloud-based program. It uses the cloud, but even for that, this is way too small to be, even any kind of signatures to be on the system. So it is fully cloud-based, so it's great for people who are always connected to the internet. And we've got real-time shield, which is cloud signatures. Behavior shield, that's really nice. And since Webroot has developed from the PrevX engine, I think Webroot bought PrevX, so it's really good to see the behavior shield. It might be some really good stuff. Then we've got core system shield. This looks kind of like an intrusion prevention system. It says it protects system structures from infection. Then we've got the web threat shield, which is website filtering, URL filtering, whatever you like to call it. Then we've got USB shield. You've got offline shield. That's quite interesting as well. So it can protect you offline, protect against persistent threats if the cloud database is unavailable. So looks like their zero-day component can do something here to protect you even if you're not online, which is really neat, especially in a program like this that's so small. I wonder how they'll do it. Then we've got a specific shield named zero-day shield. Identify and blocks new polymorphic threats that come via exploits. So it's a really elaborate system here. We've got tons of shields. If they work correctly, no malware should be any kind of problem for this kind of thing, because they've got everything that you may want. Then we've got identity and privacy. You can go over this. I'm not going to go over this too much. Then we've got backup and sync, your regular tools. Then we've got some system tools. Now here we've got a system cleaner, so you can clean up your temp files and stuff like that. We've got system control. This is interesting. You can control your active process. You can monitor them, which basically means they'll go through the behavior blocker, and you can block them as well if you like. So it's really nice. It gives the user a lot of control. You've got a safe box, which is kind of like a sandbox, and you can customize it the way you want so that you can give the privileges to the process. I mean, you can just select what to allow and what not to allow and then start it accordingly, which is a really nice tool, especially for advanced users like me. Then we've got my account and all that. So it's really nice as far as the user interface is concerned, and from the outside it looks really nice. Now let's see, but who knows how the inside is, so that's why I'm here, to test it out and to see if it really stands up to what the interface says. So as usual, we've got some really nice friends here, and we're going to try them and see how Webroot protects us. These are all zero-day malware links, and since Webroot has got so much zero-day protection, they should be no problem. So here's the first one. Let's try run it. And it's caught by their cloud signatures from what I can tell. So now we're going to remove it, and that's it. Now it wants me to do a scan every time we catch a threat, which I'm not going to do, obviously. Close that out. So first one was blocked. Let's try the second one. Let's try running this as well. I will download it anyway. And Webroot got rid of that too. So instead of doing a scan each time, I'm not going to bother to hit the remove button. It's going to block them anyway. I'll do that towards the end. I'll just do a scan and it'll find and remove whatever it wants. But it's blocking them, as you can see. So this looks like a pretty big download, so we will proceed to the next link here. See if it's going to work. Maybe, maybe not. So we'll try the next one while that's working in the background. This is more like a regular threat. No response so far. It's doing a scan. And now it says I'm protected. I didn't see any response from that last threat, so no response so far. Let's take a look at Task Manager and see if something weird is going on. Nothing that I can see, so I'll close it. And let's try saving this file. So looks like that was an exploit, and as soon as it tried to load something, we got this warning from Webroot and it got blocked, which is really nice. And we're back at our home page. So from the looks of it, Webroot has successfully prevented all threats from entering the computer so far, but we've got a few interesting ones left. This time I don't see any response from Webroot. No response on that one as well. That's not great. Now we've got a couple of infected websites. Most of these are, I guess, Java-based exploits. And it got blocked. Contains malicious content, so we'll close it, and I think we'll be redirected home. Yeah, that's nice. So let's try the last website. This is also Java exploit. And it got blocked as well. So good stuff there from Webroot. But I'm quite interested to see what happened with the two files that we didn't get any response from. Did it block them? Well, I'm not quite sure. I'm not seeing anything running around in memory. So first of all, I'll do a scan with Webroot itself, which should be quite quick. And then I will remove all the threats, and then I'll do a scan with Hitman Pro, and I'll be back with the results. Well, Hitman Pro says the system is clean, and I'll take Hitman Pro's word for it. So let's proceed to the next part of the test. In this part we will get some malware files and get them scanned with Webroot. So here I've got quite some malware. I think there are more than 500 items. Yep, 501, and these are a couple of days old. So let's do a right-click scan and see how many Webroot can detect and remove. So it's a step-by-step detection and removal process, which is good for simple users, I guess. So I'll hit next. It doesn't really tell me how it's going to remove them, but from the speed I can say it's just quarantining them, so no problems here, and it's quite fast. That's nice. So I'll be back in a moment. In fact, I'll do another scan since this is a cloud-based security program. In fact, it did a scan again by its own, so I didn't have to take the pain to right click again. That's nice. So we're left with 149 items, and as I said, these were 2-day-old malware, so expected detection rates were quite high. So that's just 70.2%, which is not impressive at all. I'd expect more than 90 from any good security suite. So, well, now what to do with these guys? So let's make sure that all their shields are on. They've got a ton of 0-day shields. So let's see. This is the time to find out how good these things actually work. So let's try running some of these. Okay, this one's caught. So one less to try. That one didn't quite work out. This one's caught again, so let's try removing it. I don't like the fact that it has to do a scan each time it detects a piece of malware. Of course, the scan is so fast that it's not really a problem for any regular user. So it is removing some stuff. That's nice. So far it's been pretty much the cloud signatures. Or maybe a bit of the behavior component as well. I cannot say for sure. Okay. I don't want that to happen. Certainly not. Now it's lagging and I'm having trouble using the computer. Looks like it's found something else though. Something made Internet Explorer open on its own. So it's going to do another scan. So I think we've tried about 4 files, so we'll try another 6. And I won't try as many as we can because their 0-day components do need to be tested. Just because they've got so many of them. Here's something else that Webroot has found, a Trojan Dropper. Now in case some of you guys are saying, hey, why are you canceling the scans? Don't worry, I'll do a scan before I make any conclusions, so you don't need to worry about that. This one looks like Norton. In fact, a very old version of Symantec antivirus, I guess. So we'll make sure that runs. And we'll call this the last one. So yeah, we certainly do have a ton of process in memory by now, I'm quite sure. And the system slowdown shows it as well. Because certainly Prevex is, certainly Webroot is not the one who's causing it. So it's got to be these fellas. We've got 203, 321, 345, we've got a ton of process here. So what I'll do, I'll let these things run nicely, let them do whatever they want. I'll close the scanner and now I will do their scan my computer thing, and I'll wait for this to complete fully to scan all the process. I'll give it every chance to detect these guys, let the 0-day components process, and then after some time I will do a scan with Hitman Pro and I will be right back. So the scan completed and we did not have any threats, or so Webroot says. And there's one more thing that I would like to show you guys. We've got these active process as I talked about at the beginning of the video, and as we can see, all the malware process are set to monitor, so it's still monitoring them, and maybe, I'm not sure, I'm not very experienced with this program, so I'm just making an assumption. Maybe it is doing some kind of blocking and restricting them from infecting the system, because we've got so many, and why I'm made to think this way is because we've got so many process, and I'm not seeing any kind of action here. I'm not seeing any odd windows pop up, any strange things happen, system rebooting, nothing like that. All I'm getting is these alerts sometimes saying that something stopped working. So that's just what I'm thinking. I'm not sure. Maybe they're just working fine. I can't say. But here's a button that says kill untrusted process, and if I hit it, I guess all these processes are gonna go. But of course I'm not gonna do that. I will just close this out, and of course this is for advanced users, so a regular user wouldn't even come here. So I will reboot the system and I'll do another scan just to give it another chance, and then I will do all sorts of scans, Hitman Pro, Malwarebytes, and we'll see what it has missed. So first the reboot, then I'll delete the folder of malware, and then I'll do another scan with Webroot, and then our final analysis. On reboot, I am greeted with this secure anywhere alert telling me it's caught something else. I guess something was trying to start up with the system and it was blocked from doing so. So we're seeing a lot of stuff happening. Let's try to delete this folder and see if that works. That's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Uh-oh. Looks like we've still got some files that are running. So we'll just skip this one. So finally we're left with just this one file that is running in the system. So we've got one piece of malware that's just persistent. It's not going to stop running. So I'll have to leave it this way, and now I will do the final scan with Webroot, and this will be its last chance basically to catch anything. So I'll be back with the results. So Webroot has given the green light here, no threats found. So I'm going to go ahead and scan with Hitman Pro after running CCleaner, and I'll show you guys the results. Looks like Hitman Pro has found plenty of evidence here to suggest that Webroot didn't do its job. We've got so many Trojans and even a rootkit embedded in the system, which is a terrible thing. And these last three items, they're probably also malicious. I just canceled them because for some odd reason they're taking a really long time to get scanned. But anyway, this is plenty of evidence to look at. We've got so much stuff in here. Most of them are Trojans, and there's one rootkit. Now, some of these have nice names like this one, EDTA. Now, uppercase EDTA stands for ethylene diamine tetrachloroacetate, and it's a pesticide, I guess. Well, you know what this is? This is a pesticide. Just like a pesticide kills pests, this pesticide kills your PC, and you certainly don't want that hanging around here. Now, we've got tons of stuff in here. I mean, this malware process is apparently hidden. No, not this one, but this one is. Yeah. You can say there's no file here, but it's there. So it hid itself. Very smart. Unfortunately, it couldn't hide from Hitman Pro. And looking at the bright side, I think there's only one indication here that Webroot was indeed doing some blocking. All of these files are in the users folder, which is quite strange for malware like this. I mean, I would expect this malware to go to places like System32, get scattered all over Windows folder, but I'm finding everything under users, which suggests that maybe because these were untrusted process, they got isolated from touching the system. Again, it's just thinking, because this is a really odd program. I have no idea how it works, and I'm just saying that just because I didn't see anything odd. But nevertheless, I mean, this is not a good thing to have all these things on your computer. It's a terrible thing, and Webroot certainly failed in this part. So the final conclusion. Well, 2 years back, maybe I would have called this performance average, but right now, you know, everything's evolving. We're getting better and better security suites each day. There are so many security suites that are getting clean sheets that there is absolutely no reason to recommend this to anyone. because it's just that average isn't average anymore. This is not average, and if it's not average, it's bad. So certainly not something you want on your computer, because if you do use it, sooner or later you're gonna get in trouble, because as you saw, it was not good enough. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Just setting some products aside at the moment, we're seeing some failures. Hope you don't get disappointed. We've got so many good pieces of security software out there that, you know, things like this just don't have a place in the market at the moment, especially when they're paid programs. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Have a nice day, and hope you just take something positive out of it.